What's up? What's up? Got going here pretty quickly, so we'll let everyone trickle in. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. What is up, everybody? Yeah, this is scary. I literally just turned the game on because I got done writing. Super scary situation in this Bengals Bills game. So we're still drinking Fat Tire. I'm in the same six pack I was on Thursday. New Year's was champagne and wine, so did not drink any beer. Well, I got one Sapporo because we made sushi, but still working my way through this six pack. What's everyone else drinking? Yeah, hopefully that Bills player is okay. That was really terrifying. We got a Modelo, Buffalo Trace, White Claw. Tequila and Coke, Pizza Port Chronic Ale, leftover champagne. That's a good choice. Got some scotch. Kirkland Seltzer. Kenneth Kirkland. That's a funny TikTok bit for those that know. Got Canmore Brewing Company, Spotted Cow, Diet Mountain Dew, Coffee, Sprite, Gatorade Zero Lemon Lime, Natty Light. Shout out Natty Light. Perrier Orange. We got a Michelada. I got to make myself a Michelada. Knob Creek Bourbon. Nice. Red wine. An old fashioned. Daniel's drinking an old fashioned. What kind of bourbon you got in that old fashioned, Daniel? Fieldhouse Charcoal Cherry Sour. That sounds good. Big Deal Brewing. Dry January. I thought about Dry January. I considered it. Not quite yet. Four Roses Bourbon. Delicious. Anger Pilsner. Deschutes Freshly Squeezed. That's a great beer. Bud Light. Got a lot of bourbon drinkers in here. Love that. As I've said before, no bourbon on the stream. We did that one time, and it was an experience. It's the best way I can put it. Budweiser, love a Budweiser. Vodka Seltzer. Chilean Pisco. I don't know what that is. Industrial Arts Wrench. Mexican Mule. Steinlager. Nice. All right, we got a good amount of people in here, so let's get going. So the Chargers beat the Rams 31-10. My biggest takeaway, and it's what I wrote last night for those of you that subscribe. I mean, the offense found its rhythm, and that's what we talked about last week. It's what I wrote about all week. Like, it was the last piece of the puzzle was getting this offense going, finding a rhythm. And it really started with the running game. 192 yards rushing on 31 carries. You had the 72-yard touchdown from Eckler, 10-yard touchdown from Eckler. The offensive line blocked their asses off. But I thought the real difference was how the tight ends and receivers blocked. And we've talked about the running game issue so much. And I kept saying over and over again that I really felt like the offensive line blocking was much better than what the production was showing. And it was really blocking from the tight ends and the receivers that wasn't up to par. And a lot of that was continuity and missing pieces. So you get Donald Parham back, you get Trey McKitty more into the role that fits him, and you get Keenan Allen back, who I've said time and again is their best blocking receiver. And it's such a big part of what they do in the running game because of where he lines up in the slot. And he has a crucial seal block on that 72-yard touchdown. And so that was, to me, the real big difference. I think the offensive line played better, but they've blocked well all season, much better than, being 31st in total rushing yards on the year. And so that, to me, was the difference. So it all started with the running game, but overall it was just efficient. They were efficient on third down. They converted third downs. They converted in the red zone. They scored in the third quarter. They ran the ball well. I thought Justin Herbert played really well through 2 red zone touchdowns. And it was their most efficient performance of the season. And this is really important because you have to put on tape that you can run the ball. That was the book on this Chargers offense, was they can't run it. And so teams were playing shell coverages and devoting a lot of resources to taking away Justin Herbert in the passing game. Edge rushers and guys up front were able to get off the ball and attack because they knew the Chargers couldn't run the ball and get upfield and rush the passer. Putting all of that on tape and saying, hey, we can run the ball if we have to. it's really, really important to put that seed of doubt in defenders' minds. And I think that was the biggest takeaway from this game, is that the offense really found their rhythm, and it all started with the running game. Defensively, it wasn't as good as the last 3 weeks, but it was good enough. They only gave up 10 points. The run defense was an issue, but the way Staley structures his defense and his philosophy, you can give up yards on the ground as long as you get off the field on third down, which they did. As long as you affect the quarterback, which they did. They pressured on 37.9% of Mayfield's dropbacks. They blitzed almost 60% of the time, so that they were able to do that. You've got to play really well in the red zone, which they were able to do, and you've got to limit explosive plays in the passing game, which they did for the most part. Mayfield got loose on that one play. They were supposed to have a defender in man coverage on Higbee, who was in blocking on Bosa, and that defender, who I believe was Nasir Adderley, I've got to watch the All-22 to be sure, he ended up dropping into coverage when he should have been defending there to provide secondary contain, as Staley called it. Mayfield gets loose. Alohi Gilman's right there, gets his hand on the ball. It's a good throw and catch. But other than that, they put a roof on the coverage. So if you do those 4 things, you can give up some rushing yards. And, the long touchdown on third down, Drew Tranquill pretty obviously got held. That was a missed call, and I don't think that run hits if Drew Tranquill doesn't get held. The more concerning one was the 42-yarder, and that was just Jasir Taylor losing contain on the outside. Kenneth Murray was unblocked on the play, and if Jasir can play his run for it properly and defend the sideline and force Akers to cut back inside, then Kenneth Murray makes that tackle. It's been an issue for the Chargers, so it's not like I'm not like writing it off. It's kind of the same type of run that they've been hit with over and over again earlier in the season. They fixed it recently, but those runs to the perimeter where your corners have to make a play and be disciplined, and that really popped up there. They rushed for 166 yards, but you can give up some rushing yards if you play really well in the red zone. You make splash plays like Kyle Van Noy's strip sack. You get off the field on third down. They only gave up 1 completion on third down in the game. And so was it up to the standard that the last 3 weeks had been? No, but they were playing like the best defense in football. But they can give up rushing yards like they did as long as they get off the field on third down, affect the quarterback, prevent explosive plays, do all of these things, and they can limit point totals, which is what they did. They held the Rams to 10 points. And now, they haven't played a good offense since the Dolphins, and they haven't really played a quality quarterback. So they're going to get tested here, and we're going to see what they're really all about. But it was another fine defensive performance. They did what they had to do, and the special teams continue to play well. So I thought it was a relatively complete performance. And then at this point, they're in the 5th seed. They've jumped the Ravens. Damn, this is not good. I don't have the sound on right now. Oh, my God, they're going back to the studio.
In our New York studios, Damar Hamlin, Pitt grad, 24 years old, administered CPR down, obviously, for an extended period of time. And just to watch the emotion.
This is not good. Really a terrible time to start a live stream. I really hope this guy's okay. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before, going back to the studio. So I haven't even looked on Twitter. Jeez. Hopefully he's okay. They've been doing CPR for 10 minutes. Good Lord. Well, you guys tell me, do you want to keep doing the stream or not? Kind of feels like a... No stream? What do we think? I don't know. All right. Yeah, maybe we reschedule. This is pretty dark right now. All right. Yeah. Seems like... Okay. Yeah. Let's stop it. Well, maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do this tomorrow. Feels like everyone kind of wants to stop and watch what happens with this, which I completely understand. This is really sad. So hopefully he's okay. Prayers out. What's his name? Damar Hamlin. Let's hope he's okay. Yeah, we'll reschedule to tomorrow. How's that sound? Good for everybody. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I got to figure out what works with my schedule, but let me know in the chat if that's good with everybody. All right. All right, guys. Well, sending thoughts to Damar Hamlin. Hopefully he's okay, and we'll do this at a better time, either tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'll talk to you guys. Peace out.